Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This particular video is going to be different than my usual character design sessions because I was inspired to partake in a monthly art challenge which is called Mermay. And what these art challenges normally do is for a whole month you have prompts for each day, and each day comes with a word that you have to make a illustration out of. And Mermay has to do with mermaids and aquatic type creatures. So that's what I'm gonna do. Though I'm gonna have my own take on these sort of challenges because since I work a regular full-time job, I don't have time to sit down and create a illustration, especially to do that, for an entire month consecutively. I wouldn't necessarily have the time to do it. So what I'm gonna do is every time I miss a day, I'm gonna try and incorporate that word prompt into another one, or just clump up a bunch of days I missed and try and make an illustration out of the days I missed, so I don't stress out too much. Anyway, what I'm gonna show you right now, guys, is the first week that I did the mermaid challenges, and here they are. Alright, following my word prompt lists, the first day was darkness. So pretty much what I decided to do for this prompt was specifically design a character that was based off of fish that lived in the very depths of the ocean, like deep, deep, dark ocean. And as much as I love the anglerfish design, it's become kind of a cliche these days. So I decided to do something a little more outside the box. So what I ended up picking was a fish called a viper fish. And let me tell you, when I looked up the reference images for this thing, it was mean and nasty looking. It had long, sharp teeth and dead eyes. So I designed pretty much something you would not want to see coming at you in the water when you're swimming. Not gonna lie, I mean, it's pretty much just an eel with long teeth. So I did have to take some liberties to make this character look a little more, interesting. So I added gills at the bottom of its neck, and I added, sharp blade fins at the edge of its tail, as well as some accenting spinal fins on the side. And not gonna lie, I kind of like it. It definitely adds more of a silhouette to it. Though I may have had a decent time with the design process, I was having a particularly hard time with the color scheming of it. I was fumbling with this thing for so long. I couldn't make it too purplish or too blue because I don't know, it just didn't seem scary enough, or it didn't seem intimidating enough. But eventually, I fumbled around with it enough to set down on black. And let me tell you, it looks pretty good. All the colors meld with each other. The red accents the black, the blue complements the red, so forth and so forth. I especially liked how I really wanted the eyes to be scary too, because I did not like looking at the dead eyes on this fish. It was so scary looking. So there you go. That's illustration number 1, darkness. The following days I missed were pincer and stone. And when I thought about this, I couldn't help but do a crab, pincer. And I thought to myself, stone is like a rock, pretty much. And pincer, they kind of look like scissors. So I kind of did a whole rock, paper, scissors thing. And pretty much you have this really buff, strong looking hard shell crab smashing its pincer into a boulder, and I call this piece "Who Says Rock Beats Scissors," and it's just smashing the heck out of this boulder. And not gonna lie, between the buff, muscles of the crab, and the just the sheer amount of debris breaking from the rocks, I thought I had some speed lines from an anime sequence and just laid in the background, just put it on a lower opacity so the color of the background doesn't overshadow the main topic, which is the boulder and the crabman. And I love this piece so much actually because it's just so ridiculous, man. It's definitely something you would see in an action gag anime or some kind. I just wish I was able to add more features to it. Maybe some sort of like tattoos or markings, maybe more, details in the shell or the claws. But I added these lines to its eyes that make it look more menacing looking. So I'm content with that. The next prompts that I kind of put together were sonar, vent, and bubbles. So when I think sonar, when it comes to aquatic life, I imagine dolphins. Dolphins have echolocation, and it's kind of like your own built-in sonar system. So I decided to make mermaid men that look like dolphins that were getting into a little too much trouble. They were playing some pranks on a whale. The reason I chose a whale was because the word vent means to let out, and I thought to myself, well, a whale has a little blowhole that shoots out air to breathe, and I thought, well, this whale is getting, you know, provoked by these dolphin men who are playing too many pranks on him. They put seaweed on him that pretty much spelled out the phrase "you suck." So it's like a kick me sign, pretty much. So whenever he's swimming around the ocean, you have all these fish seeing this sign saying "you suck." I guess at one point they got caught because the whale was waking up and started chasing after them. It's a very whimsical looking little illustration, isn't it? Uh, I did have some issues. For example, there was definitely too much blue in this shot. So, good thing I had the green of the seaweed kind of stand out. And then eventually, while messing around with the painting, I was trying to shade some red over it with a brush pen. And definitely liked how it just popped right at you. And while messing around with that, I was trying to add some more features to the eyes and pretty much made a smoky looking burning eye type thing. I really liked how that stand out too. It was so much fun. Um, one more thing I had to say was the teeth. Since whales, I don't think they have top teeth or something like that. They have little bristles. I didn't really do my research on that. I think it has something to do with, it's like a trap, so fish go in the bristles, thinking it's some sort of anemone or something, and then the fish get caught in the mouth, so then the whale gets a free meal. Just imagine the scene from Pinocchio with Monstro, except I didn't want to make mine goofy looking with the wee little bump teeth that he had. So there you go. That's my third illustration for Mermay. The next word prompts that I missed during the week were shell and lure. Lure meaning, some sort of bait, and shell, I chose a sea turtle for this particular one. And just to do some research, I wanted to see what a shark normally eats, and I confirmed that they do in fact eat sea turtles. So what I decided was I wanted to have a sea turtle wrapped up with a rope as if someone's using the turtle as bait to capture a shark. You know, think Jaws, but a little less violent. And so pretty much I drew the shark just licking his chops at the side of this turtle, and the turtle's just freaking the heck out. And to my fellow artists out there, especially the ones that are just starting out like me, don't be afraid to look at your references, man. If you have a topic that you are trying to illustrate and think that, oh, I'm not an artist if I look at something, oh man, don't be that way. I thought I had a good idea of what the face of my turtle would look like. I did look up some reference so I can get a better, image for his face, and I'm glad I did, because my other one didn't look nearly as authentic or entertaining enough. And there you go. That's the piece that I call shark bait.
Hey, shark bait! Ooh-ha-ha! Enough of the shark bait.
The final 2 days of the week that I missed were serpent and cold. Now, in nature, these two don't mix. Since reptiles are cold-blooded, you don't see ice serpents living anywhere because it's just impossible. So I did some research, and there are aquatic serpents, not that live in like icy tundra or nothing. So I pretty much found a sea crate, Crait, and I liked it. It reminded me of the Jupiter sandworms, I think they're called, from Beetlejuice, because they're black, white, and striped. But I mean, hey, they're still pretty cool looking. Very beautiful looking snakes. So I decided to make a female crate mermaid lady, and I didn't want to make her have big boobs because that's the general go-to to make a female or a mermaid of anything, is just give it big boobs. I was looking at, swimmer bodies, and, they don't look too big. So I decided to make it have a very, very small chest. No seashells required to cover the bosoms. And to make the design pop more, I made her have red hair. I mean, it definitely works. I was pretty lazy in this aspect, and pretty much the cold aspect of the design was I had the poor creature encased in an ice block. It got stuck. It was supposed to migrate to a different part of the ocean, but slept in and got trapped. Yeah, I know, it's mean, but I like this design. I mean, not really used to making realistic looking ice. I know it's not realistic looking, but it serves the purpose. And there you go, guys. Those are the mermaid designs for this week. I'll definitely continue this for the rest of the month, and I'll try and get these out to you as soon as possible. I love drawing, and I definitely love making videos for you guys to watch. And if I have time during the weekday, I'll definitely try and make these as fast as I can. I want to give a little shout out to the inspiration behind this video, and that is the Subjectively channel. They do a lot of character designs and other art challenges themselves, so I definitely recommend going to these guys if you love any sort of art, or maybe you're a Pokemon nerd. Definitely go to their channel. And if you're not already, guys, subscribe to the channel or follow me at Jonniidraws on Twitter. And until next week, guys, I love you all. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you later.